Junglist. The Junglist 1 point behind Mount Pleasant. Yeah, losing. My God, man, Cumberland fans. On the have to crucify on the player them so at minute and they watch the game on Instagram live. Minute number 1 until minute 90. The man, guess what? The best for last. Linval Rudy Dixon. You know, the man that previously in match day 9, you know, beat Lion with 10 man coming back from 1-0 down in the Clarendon derby at the Wembley Centre. And one that came 2-1. And guess what? They traveled all the way from Clarendon to St. Anne in a Drax Hall and beat up some boy side. You know, not just 2-0, but with a clean sheet. You understand? Yo, big up yourself, Linval Rudy Dixon. Big result. Mount Pleasant lost their second game in a row. Mount Pleasant haven't won a game in their last 3. Mount Pleasant only scored 1 goal in their last 3 games. What's going on? Peter Good, Tapper, what's going on? Yeah, people, bless upon yourself, you know, welcome back to another show of the Jamaican Premier League review, man, and Nicardo Media House, you know. People, bless upon yourself, everyone that's contributing to the channel, you know, supporting all the videos, sharing, comment, you know, and like all the videos, you know, really appreciate it. Everything that you guys did, you know, over the last, I would say, 4 to 5, 6 months, you know, since I started this until now, you know, everyone that's on the journey with me, bless upon yourself, really appreciate it. And I was ill and I was out, people. You know, I haven't done a video for like a week and a 6, 7 days now I haven't done a video. You know, I'm back. Not 100%, but I'm getting there. You know, the last time I did a video, I think it was that live stream with Leo. You know, and Vere United Jamaican Premier League match day 9. Leo, big up yourself anyway there. You know, I have to mention this, you know, big up to the sponsor, Vere United, you know, the sponsor, the Cassava Championship, which is a Super League, and they also sponsor Cassava Major League. You know, big up to Ryan. Love to see that, you know, doing really good things, you know, splashing the cash, sponsoring football, you know, what it means in the communities of Jamaica. And, you know, the Cassava Championship, which is a Super League, kicks off over the weekend. Same thing with the Major League, some games played. I have, you know, some results here to give you guys in the Real Nephew Championship. You know, Liga beat Brownstone 3-0. Charlton United got 1-0 at home to Central Kingston. Constant Spring and Real Mona played out to a 1-1 draw. And, you know, JDF, you know, they beat Barbican, my former team, you know, 2-0. Santos beat Marvally 2-1, another former team of mine. You know, Olympic Garden beat Olympic Garden and Boyston played out to a 0-0 draw. You know, I'm going to talk about something about Boyston, but let's get you to the Major League side. You know, that's the Super League, the Championship. You know, so this is the Major League. You know, so Duane Park and Red Hills did not play. You know, that match did not play. Max Hill, they got 2-0 at home from Corville Garden. Seaview and Pembroke match did not play. Police Nation beat Rockford FC 1-0. Alman, Woodford, and Bulby won that game 2-1. New Kingston beat Augustone FC 1-0, and that's it. You know, for the Cassava, Real Nephew, Major League. You know, speak up on yourself, Real Nephew. You know, doing really good job. And guess what, people? There will be a showdown. I think this will be, I think it's at the Constant Spring. Yeah, it's at Constant Spring. You know, this is the Rum Ball Friday. So, you know, they used to have that. I think a couple seasons ago they used to have it. You know, I think it was Magnum used to sponsor Super League, but yeah, it's going to be the Rum Ball Friday. You know, Boyston will play JDF and Constant Spring will play Olympic Garden. You know, those are the 2 games that are going to play at Constant Spring venue. You know, so come out and support the Real Nephew Championship. You know, Boystone versus the Soldiers, JDF, and Constant Spring versus Olympic Garden. That's it. But Boystone, I would love to see Boystone come back, come back up in the Premier League. Boystone got relegated, in 1995. That's the year when I was born. And it took them 10 years before, they got promoted back to the Premier League in 2005. I think the last time Boystone win a Premier League, I think it was 89. I think it was 89. Really good team. And took them 10 years to come back, and then, they survived for another 12 years. They got relegated 2017, 2018 season, when they lost. I think they lost that game 2-0, the last game that drive the last nail in their coffin at Prison Oval when Portmore United beat them 2-0. And I think Western only won 3 games, in that Premier League season. I think they only scored 16 goals and conceded around 45 goals they conceded, but Boystone is a really big team, Love to see Boystone play, have great players like, Kirk Porter, Bangi, Aribola, Bailey, man that playing for Humble Lion right now, coached by Andrew Price, used to be, players in the past, player like Wheeler, O'Neal Bigger Tom. So, crazy players, come through Boystone football team. So, I'd love to see this team come back up to the Premier League. That's where they belong. But, financial crisis, what go through, Jamaican clubs and all of that. But Premier League, Ryan Nephew, Jamaican Premier League. What happened in Ryan Nephew, Jamaican Premier League, match day 10. Some crazy things happen. Harborview won their first game after tournament, after season so far. Lime Hall and Mullines yet to win a game. Waterhouse and Portmore snapped up, a win to break that spell. I think both teams haven't won in their last 4 games. So Waterhouse win, Portmore win. And guess what? The best for last, Linval Rudy Dixon, the man that previously in match day 9, beat Humble Lion with 10 man coming back from 1-0 down in the Clarendon derby at the Wembley Centre and won that game 2-1. And guess what? They traveled all the way from Clarendon to St. Ann in a Drax Hall and beat up some boy side, not just 2-0, but with a clean sheet. You understand? Yo, big up yourself, Linval Rudy Dixon. Big result. Mount Pleasant lost their second game in a row. Mount Pleasant haven't won a game in their last 3. Mount Pleasant only scored 1 goal in their last 3 games. What's going on? Peter Gould, Tapper, what's going on? I heard that it's going to be invincible. The Mount Pleasant fans, I heard, it's going to be an easy road going down that journey lane, going to defend a crown. What's going on? 3 games, draw with Waterhouse, lose against Vere, 10 men Cavalier beat, I don't know what's going on, man. But check it out, check out that we're going to talk about Mount Pleasant a little bit from now. But the first game, that I'm going to talk about is Portmore Clip Cavalier 1-0. I said it earlier. Portmore was on a run with, I think they had 4 games winless streak they broke. So, Siobhan Walsh got that lone goal, for the team that had furthered it apart. You got that goal in the 17th minute, his 4th of his season. If this guy don't score, I don't know who's going to get the goals for Portmore, as Martin Davis is not getting on the score sheet. As for Alex Marshall is not getting on the score sheet. They're just looking at like a team that's really struggling to score goals. This season, they only scored 12 goals. They conceded 7. So, Siobhan Walsh got almost half of that goal. So, I don't know what's going on with Mr. Philip team, but they got that deserved victory. Previously, Waterhouse and Portmore drew, so they kind of looking for that 3 points. Cavalier have won this fixtures 2 times last season. So it's good to see that Portmore get the better of the Cavalier team. So Rudolph Speed, what's going on? It's another game. You won last week on a high against Mount Pleasant, and now you go to Fred Inter Park and you lost the game 1-0. But big win for Portmore United. Big win for Portmore United. But Cavalier was on a run. Cavalier haven't lost that game in 6 since they lost that first game of the season at Westport Park when Montego Bay beat them. I think 2-1. I think it was 2-1. So this is Cavalier first defeat after that first game they played at Westport Park. So Portmore closing the gaps. Everybody's closing the gaps right now on Mount Pleasant. Everybody's closing the gaps. But Cavalier, as I said, won both games last season. So, see what's going to happen. Portmore's in fourth position and 15 points. They're climbing up the table. So, looking out for that team at Ferdinand Park. The next fixture will be Vere United. I think it will be at the Wembley Centre, but it's going to be a hard game. That game going to be a very difficult game, especially when Vere is coming off a high, beating the defending champion. And Cavalier will play Treasure Beach next. That's the next fixture. So both teams, moving on. Montego Bay versus Dunblue. Whoa, Montego Bay United is coming off a two-game winning streak. Coming at home, beating Treasure Beach last week in St. Elizabeth at Stetsfield. Everyone was expecting Montego Bay to at least get a point against Dunblue. But Dunblue on the other side, they playing really good football. Dunblue haven't lost a game in 5. 3 win and 2 draw. So Dunblue is flying. Lenny Teacher Hyde is flying right now. Dunblue is sitting, Dunblue is sitting at 7 and 12 points. Remember, I think the first 3 rounds of fixtures in the league, Dunblue was rock bottom without a win, without even a point on the board. So glad to see, Lenny Teacher Hyde is getting some results, for the client, not for the St. Catherine team. So Dunblue, that game that they drew last week, man, against Tivoli, they scored. I think they scored what they scored the first 2 goals, and Tivoli came back, they got a point. I think Nelson, the man who is on farm, But in this game though, Montego Bay go ahead. They goal Leah Campbell in the open. I think it was in the open 5th minute of the game. Leah Campbell scored. But they just couldn't manage to keep, a clean sheet as they conceded 2 goals in the second half. Right after the second half kickoff in the 47th minute, Montego Bay, conceded a goal. Alex Gill scored a brace 47th minute and the 54th. So, Montego Bay, last, I think the 6th game of the season now. So they were on a little bit high, after beating, Treasure Beach, last weekend. Nadia dos Santos was positive and the results that he was getting in. But Montego Bay is playing really good. They're playing a little bit better. They're playing more of a unit, especially what Nadia dos Santos do. The number 10, Jean Claudio, he dropped him in that number 8, move him from the number 10, put him inside that number 8 and start to let him dictate the tempo. As this player is really dynamic. He's very technical on the ball. He's everything for Montego Bay. Montego Bay have scored, I think, 12 goals in the Premier League, and he contributed to at least 10 of those goals. So big up to Gene, the Brazilian, the number 10. So the last time, Montego Bay really beat Dunblue, it was back in 2018. They haven't beat Dunblue in a while. Dunblue, as I said, still unbeaten, and I said 6 game, but it is 5 game. Montego Bay lost for the season so far. Montego Bay will play more Lions next. Montego Bay will play more Lions. Dunblue will play Firehouse, as Firehouse snapped up, they winless streak, and won that game, beat Treasure Beach, can Dunblue stop them? Dunblue 5 game unbeaten going now. Waterhouse snapped up, the winless streak. So Waterhouse is back on track again. So Marcel Gale is doing a really good job. But 2-1, to Dunbar Hall in, really good points to get here, especially that crowd down there at Westport Park. It's going to be very difficult. Any team that's going down to Westport Park to play Mantua Bay, you're going to have to earn those 3 points. You're going to have to earn those 3 points. Even the champions went down there, and struggled to get that 3 points. It's not an easy place to go. It's very difficult to play at Westport Park, and Mobile, is sitting in 10th position and 11 points. Dunbar Hall sitting in 7 and 12 points. So, you could see that they're really close, 1 point, separating both teams. But you're going to move on, to the next game. The Junglists, 1 point behind Mount Pleasant. The gap is closing. Junglists beat Umberland 2-0 at Effortville Community Center. Tim Rasheen McGregor, and Rashid Kelson, the man who's back after injury table, scored. I think that's his second goal of the season. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's his second goal of the campaign so far. Last season, Umberland beat Arnett Garden last season. Umberland beat Arnett Garden last season. We only took 1 point off Umberland last season. We drew 1-1 and we lost, I think, 1-0 in the complex. I think Vanzi scored on us the last time. So, this 2-0 victory come back with blood in our eye to beat on Effortville. Arnett Garden don't have the best of the best results at Effortville, as back in them time, when Umberland was really roaring, it was hard to go at Effortville, especially when the rainfall, the field is so soft, so they're used to their field. But my God, man, Umberland fans, when they have to crucify on the player them, so at minute, and they watch the game on Instagram Live, minute number 1 until minute 90, the man them curse out them player. Oh my God, man. We knew this thing happened in the Premier League, but I never like hear this. It was so loud. You could hear it, but I guess they're passionate about their team and they saw something that they didn't like. But, Umberland have one of the best defensive record last season. I think second in the league behind Portmore. And I think, I don't remember if it was, I think it's 15 or 17, but Umberland already conceded 13 goals of the campaign. 13 goals. So Umberland is leaking goals. Umberland is a team that, you don't really scored a lot of goals on, you don't really score a lot of goals on them, and just to see Arnett drop at 2 points, crucial 2 points last season. We could have lead in the league right now. We dropped that crucial 2 points down there at Drax Hall last weekend when we drew against Liga. I don't know how and heard Arnett Garden drew against Liga. I don't know, but they made up for this and they got a well-deserved victory. But Arnett Garden started the game more dominant. They look more as a team, looking for 3 points, as Umberland was the team more looking in that defensive shape, trying to sit deep and hold, especially the midfield and the defensive line. It was so close, it was so compact, but it's a good thing Arnett Garden have a lot of touch players that can, open space in that Umberland backline, and they did so, so Arnett Garden next game will be on Pleasant, the 27th of December. Yeah, mark it down. Night game in the complex. TV, mark it down. Junglists are coming at you. And Umberland will play Lima next. Lima haven't won a game. Can Umberland, I think Umberland haven't won a game for some time now. Umberland lost the last 2 games now and the trot. So, playing against Lima, they're hoping that they can get victory. Umberland sit in 9th position and 11 points. So, yeah, they're hoping that, they can get a victory. But next game, Mount Pleasant versus Vere. What happened? I don't know. People, tell me what really are going on. Let me know in the comment section. What really are going on in Mount Pleasant? What really are going on? 3 games. Yeah? You see, if the fans these little young brats, down there at Jackson, we love the program, everything is all banter, but Mount Pleasant fans, please just calm down, yeah? We've only been in the league for a couple of years now. We're not talk about invincible, yeah? Only one team ever know won the league invincible. Arsenal won the league invincible. I think Rangers did it. I think Stevie Gerrard did it. They did that invincible in Scotland. I don't remember. I think so, but no team have ever done this in the league. The Jamaican Premier League is one of the hardest things to do it. No team is really above each other. But Umberland, not Umberland, Mount Pleasant, really good team, coached by a really good player, former player, Tapper Whitmore, good coach, side at the national level. But this is Tapper's type of, this is Tapper's style of playing, defensive mode. But I think brought in Daniel Green in the starting level at a fight by Grave. This is a man that scored over 15 goals a couple of seasons ago for Dumble Holding, and brought them to the final. So they don't have it's like they're not lacking experience. Marlon Martin, former Arnett Garden player. I think he got nearly double digits in goal last campaign for Arnett Garden. Okwesi Chung, this is a man who's coming from, I think, in Sweden. He's done it for Arborview. He done it at the schoolboy level for JC. He done it, played at some, played at a fairly high level in Scandinavia and come back home. So what's going on? What's really going on? But I hope Mount Pleasant, whoever was involved in that crash, Damari Phillips, coaching staff, whoever it is, speedy recovery to everyone. Don't really like to see stuff like that. But big up to Kemar, Bushy, Beckford, Big Baller, and Alric Maitland. But both players scored the 2 goals for the teams. Alric scored in the 23rd minute, and Kemar Bushy Beckford scored in that 54th minute. I think that's his 4th goal of the season. This is a player, he's done it for Waterhouse, he have done it for Mount Pleasant, and he's doing it in Central America, in El Salvador and all his places, Costa Rica, he has done it everywhere he go, and he came back and he done it on his former team, silenced the crowd. When he could imagine when he scored that second goal, in the 50th minute at Drax Hall, he could drop a pin and you hear it. That's how you silence the critics, Big up to Kemar Bushy Beckford, big player. And if I saw him did an interview, I think when he scored that brace. I think it was on Lime. When they beat him 4-1 at Drax Hall, he scored a free kick and he was saying he's only going to play for the team for like 2 to 3 months. He's only here for on loan. So, boy, Bushy, sorry I got left the man them early, but I hope you can get enough 3 points with the man them, so they're more above that drop. But he's doing a really good job, for Vere United, and he got his 4th goal of the season. Big player. I've been admiring this player, since he's at Waterhouse. That breaking out season when he scored double digits in that season before he went after and go to Mount Pleasant. But Bushy, big up yourself. So this is a back-to-back defeat for Mount Pleasant, and this is, Vere United is winning back-to-back. So Vere United is rolling right now. Big up to Vere United, man, as Vere is right now in 6th position and 14 points. Vere have won 3 out of their last 5 games that they played. Arnett Garden is the only team, and I don't remember who was that. I think it was Tivoli was that only team that beat Vere, in the last 5 games running. Let's double check on that fixtures, for Vere. Arnett Garden beat them, and Cavalier beat them in that running. So Arnett Garden and Cavalier beat them in that running. But Vere United is playing really good. Can't write them off. Coaching by, legendary player Linval, Rudy Dixon. I love when former players coaching teams and they're really playing good. But as I said, Mount Pleasant, their next game will be against the Junglists. Big match. People open to come out and watch that game. That game going to be a stellar game. Now Vere United will play Portmore next. I said that earlier. But Monday night fixtures. I would have no. So Tivoli, Tivoli versus Moulins, this game is the only featured game that played on Sunday. This game played at Stadium East, 1-0, a really good goal scored by Penny Cook, the big defender, for Tivoli's first ever Premier League goal. Penny Cook been playing in the league for some while now. So it was really interesting to hear that the commentator said this was his first ever goal in the Premier League. Big up to the man himself. Penny Cook got that goal in the 72th minute for the Tivoli Garden team. Well-deserved victory. Tivoli last time, they beat Moulins, and Moulins, they still not finding that 3 points. I don't know when it's going to come, but I want to say something about Moulins. Since the dismissal of Alex Thomas, and Daniel Stewart, he's coaching the team. They're playing really good. To be honest, they're playing more of a unit. They're playing more collective football. You can see that they're sharing the ball together more. I don't know if it's putting Nelson in the defensive line. Nelson is a versatile player that can play anywhere on the football pitch. So drop him in that defensive line, and I think it kind of helped, but I would say they're lacking moving him from the midfield and put him in that defense line. I think they're kind of lacking that cutting edge in the midfield where someone that can drive the team a bit forward. But I think this new style, this new pattern, this new Moulins is working. Jason Wright, Nelson, Livingston, these players are the main players for Moulins, but they're sharing the ball. But Jason Wright, he scored a hat-trick in the fixtures he scored a hat-trick in these fixtures last season, and he easily could have scored a hat-trick, in the game on Sunday. He just didn't put away his chances, and that's what written all over the game. So every Moulins games that they played, they not managed to scoring their chances. They creating chances. They created a lot of opportunities, but they're not putting away their chances. I don't know what is going on. Jason Wright, I think, scored 2 goals already for the season. This is a man who went on to score in double digits last campaign. I think 15 goals, for Moulins. So he's not finding his rhythm, but he's playing good. The team is playing good, but I think it's going to take a while, for Moulins to transition, to get that 3 points. I think as soon as possible they can get that 3 points, they will be rocking and roll. But Tivoli Gardens is not really playing so great over the last games. Tivoli Gardens is another team that, they're not consistent. They're kind of struggling for goals. Tivoli is the highest scoring team in the league, but they kind of like the goals is kind of it's taking a while for them to score goals. Tivoli last 4 fixtures. They beat Moulins 1-0. They drew with Dumble in 2-2. They scored 3 goals on Treasure Beach. That was a comeback after leading 2-0 and Treasure Beach come equalize, and then they found that goal, by Alton Lewis, and they drew 0-0 against Portmore. So they're not consistently, scoring goals and getting that result. For scoring 17 goals highest, in the league, they should have at least have 2 more doubles on their name, but they're playing really good. Under Jeremy, remember, this is a mixture of young and experienced team. Tivoli Garden, they're 2 points behind Mount Pleasant and 1 point behind Arnett Garden. They're in 3rd position. As I said, Tivoli scored the most goal in the league. Tivoli Garden is the league leaders for goal scoring this season, and they conceded 9. Arnett Garden scored 16 and conceded 7. Mount Pleasant scored 13 and conceded 6. One time 3 games ago, Mount Pleasant only conceded 1. And they scored 11. They were leading both of teams that, haven't conceded so many goals and teams that, scored the most goals. And now everything is just, all dominoes is falling. All dominoes is falling right now for Tapa Whitmore is under pressure. But Monday night game, Harbourview Lima, 2 teams that haven't won a game, before I kick off in this game. And In seconds, David Reed, the man that have my last name, scored in seconds in that game. He scored a brace, and Shaquille Bradford, I think that's his 5th goal or 6th goal of the season. That's how it spells for the start of the East. Arborview won that game 3-0. Could have easily won that game even 6-7, if they want, but they just didn't, take the opportunity. And you have to give credit to Lyman, goalkeeper. He saved a couple balls that, really looking promising to go inside. Andre Fagan, he was doing everything to get a goal today, and he didn't get it. But I think the goal will come. The first time these two teams are playing, matter of fact, first time these two teams are playing as one. Lima got that point last week against Arnett Garden, and Arborview and Mullinge played out to a 2-2 draw previously. So Arborview got their first ever 3 points of the Premier League season. Ludlow Bernard is finally smiling right now. Yeah, but move on, go to move on. Treasure Beach versus Waterhouse, Treasure Beach versus Waterhouse. Waterhouse won this game 4-1. Andre Fletcher, the man who is on farm, scored a brace, and Javian Bryan and Randy Smith scored, his first goal of the season. But that third goal, though, oh my God, really good goal. Really good goal. That Waterhouse goal today, that third one, really good goal. That's a really, his first touch is what made him score that goal. His first touch was so excellent. The ball stick like a bubble gum. And his first shot, he just snapped it. Keeper didn't really understand that ball was coming towards him. He probably didn't understand the man that was going to take a very wonderful control and then shot. But sometimes when you're in the box, it only takes 2 touch or 1 touch. Control, shoot, or you just take a one-time shot and you will score. Sometimes you catch a keeper off guard, But I have to say, Nikai Christian is everything for Waterhouse, He grabbed 2 assists today, and he involved in 3 of the 4 goals that Waterhouse scored. That second assist that he made, I think it was the 3rd goal. Yeah, I think it was the 3rd goal. That Fletcher, I think Fletcher scored that 3rd goal. That 3rd goal. I think Fletcher scored that 3rd goal. Wonderful assist by Nikai Christian, man. But Waterhouse, they finally won a game, for the last 4 games. They're on that winless streak. Waterhouse is back up the table, 4th and 15 points. Just everyone is creeping up. Everyone is creeping up behind Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant is jamming. The gun is like the gun can't fire again down at Mount Pleasant. I saw Javian Bryan scored, and he lifted up his shirt. I don't remember what did it say. He said it's something like it has to be him, something like that. I love to see this, in the league, especially for Waterhouse. The last time Waterhouse really had a poster boy in the league was German Toffee Anderson. I remember when German Toffee Anderson, everyone used to love watching Monday Night Football, and German Toffee was doing the Gangnam style, so I hope Javian Bryan can be that poster boy, for Waterhouse right now. And Waterhouse is a team that, over the years, they've been playing with excellent wingbacks. This Waterhouse team, wingbacks are trash. They are trash. That, I think, there's a number 5. I think he came on the pitch. I think his name is Walker. And there's another number. I think Walker was playing at right back. And there's another player. I think he wears 62. Dallas. Yes, left back. Not up to par. Marcel Gill, Fuzzy. These players, over the years, I've been watching Waterhouse. Waterhouse always have excellent wing players. Excellent wing players. Players that diver can take on players 1v1. Players really good at set piece. They just really remember Waterhouse used to have a player named Garfield Reed. Really good player. Even Breaking Bridge sometime, used to play that wing back. Can pass the ball. He must play that wing back in his earlier days, in the Premier League. Did Finlayson? I don't remember if Finlayson played at wing back, but Waterhouse always have some excellent wing back. Damarly Samuels, Big up to Damali Summers. What's his name? Demar Phillips. At one point, Dada Irvino, English, rest in peace, my baller, big baller. One of the deadliest left foot ever played in the Premier League. Only player probably can come to Dada left foot is German. German is the only player, and probably Christopher Jackson from Tivoli. Those three players I think are the best left-footed player I've ever seen played in Jamaican Premier League at set piece level. Probably could say Anandilo. I don't see him in his younger time. I've seen him in his latter part of his career playing for Arnett Garden. But Waterhouse have always have some really good wing backs, and just the seeing what Waterhouse is producing right now. Even lately, Waterhouse used to add the twin. I think one of them is playing for Dumble Olin, Ricardo Thomas. I think that's his name. The captain for Dumble Olin, really good. Think left back he played. So yeah, Waterhouse have some good left back in their time, but people have come to an end of the Jamaican Premier League show, man. The next set of fixtures, there's going to be some games. There are going to be some games in match day 11. Cavalier will play Treasure Beach. Dumble Olin will play Waterhouse. Arborview will play Tivoli. Lime Hall will play Lion. Lions will play Montego Bay. Vere will play Portmore. And the big match of the day, the big match of the day, yeah? Arnett Garden showdown in the complex versus Mount Pleasant, yeah? People, big up on yourselves. That's how I'll leave it right here.